live on woodwardsports.com, where the cold and ice outside reflects the inner workings of my heart. The man to my left, the man to my left is the one and only Speak Eazy. We got Chris Platty in the TD booth, JB Smooth's on the 1 and 2, and I am Spencer Raxter. We have a big show lined up for you guys. A lot of comments made yesterday regarding the Detroit Lions from multiple different receivers, both legends in their own facet. One of them more tied to the Detroit Lions than the other, but we're going to talk about all of that and more. First things first.
On the release,
Aaron Rodgers. He's out of the hole. He's out of his little tunnel. He's out of his little dirt shack, and now he doesn't know where he's going to play football.
I almost, part of me wants to say he doesn't play football, only because
there's no way.
Look, man. I mean, yeah, there's the money aspect of it, but when someone does drugs, which he's openly admitted,
Yes.
did he say he's doing drugs in the darkness?
Yep. I don't know if he said he's doing them in the dark.
We're just assuming it, which you gotta assume. Like, if you're sitting in darkness, you're probably on drugs. Yeah. I feel like it changes someone's mind. I mean, literally, you see crackheads, you see people on street, like you see them tripping the F out.
I've had some wild experiences.
It changes like your perspective, your reality of things. Like maybe he doesn't value money as much after tripping on acid for 4 days straight. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if maybe it's ayahuasca. I don't know what kind of drugs.
What's ayahuasca?
He does. You never did ayahuasca? I'm just kidding. I never did it either. I wanted to at one point in my life.
It's like
ayahuasca is like a tea.
You ever tried DMT?
It's kind of like that.
Or you trip for like 10 minutes or whatever?
Ayahuasca is like the tea version of DMT, if I'm not mistaken.
It's the T in DMT?
Yeah, I guess so.
The T is silent, ayahuasca.
Damn, now you got me questioning my drugs. I felt like I knew that one. Woodward Sports Chat, you guys let us know.
Yeah, we know you guys do drugs, so why don't you tell us?
It's either from like a tree or the back of a frog.
I think it's the back of a frog. I've heard that before.
Yeah. Well, there's both. I think ayahuasca is a tree tea. You got the comments in front of you? Is there any drug users in the chat?
No drug users are.
JB, you did a lot of drugs in your day. What?
A lot. We did like
just
one.
What was it?
It was just weed. That was it.
Oh,
that's not
I know.
drug.
It's not a
It's
drug,
not a drug
it's a
anymore.
plant.
It's really.
Yeah, dude.
Cacti. Troy Dabber says it's cacti.
Cacti.
I thought that was peyote.
That is peyote. We don't. Hey, at least you know we're not Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's true.
We clearly don't know our drugs. Ayahuasca. If I knew how to spell that one, let's give it a try.
H-I-O-Waska.
Ayahuasca plant. Okay.
Nice.
Ayahuasca is a South American psychoactive and euthogenic brewed drink traditionally used both socially and as a ceremonial or shamanic spiritual medicine among the indigenous peoples of the Amazon basin.
You have a sham give it to you, says Nick Tilley.
Yeah.
Nick Tilley. I feel like shaman.
So it's a plant. I thought
back
it was from
then,
a tree.
shaman used to be cool. Like they used to have like big shit going through their nose and like a staff with a severed head on it. And now they're just dirty guys with wearing like a raccoon around their neck and shit. And they're like, I'm a shaman, bro.
Yeah, I mean they're probably the same guy back then. It's just like now we don't take them seriously.
No, back then was way cooler. They actually did shit.
Back then it was way more convincing. Like nowadays it was like this guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, look over here.
Yeah, we don't even. It's not even the same thing. We got some breaking news.
What?
What are one of the big? Give me the 3 biggest positions for the Detroit Lions.
Positions of need?
Yeah.
Quarterback. No. Cornerback.
Yeah.
Defensive tackle. And a linebacker, probably.
What the fuck did you just say?
Said tight end.
Quarterback. On drugs right now?
Quarterback, tight end, and right guard.
Stay off the weed.
Cornerback, defensive tackle, and linebacker, probably.
Bobby Wagner and the Los Angeles Rams have mutually agreed to part ways.
It's the face Neil always makes when that sound goes off.
It's the funniest shit.
That shit is funny.
It's the face I make when the lasagna's done.
Yeah. It's the face I make when...
Oh, yeah. Chris, I sent you an updated version.
I eat my salad.
I have my official... you did your mock draft earlier in the week?
Yes.
Adam, Jeff, and the morning show, they did their mock drafts. Did Monty Edwards, did they do mock drafts? I saw Brandon was messing around with Maz before the show.
Yeah, so they all did their own mock drafts as well, and they posted them for everyone to see and gave them for the chat to comment
Who
on
had
to
the
see what
best
they
one?
liked. It's a tie between Braylon and Flannel. Flannel did the whole 7 rounds. Braylon only did the first 2.
JB's playing nice. It's a tie.
Yeah.
It's Brandon's birthday week, actually. Brandon has the best mock draft all time, ever. I went all 7. I did go all 7. There's one player. I'm gonna bullshit. I'm gonna bullshit it.
That you don't know?
Yeah.
You just grabbed him?
Just grabbed them. It was quote unquote a position of need. These mock drafts, man, I like. Just when the weird situations end up like where they're at, like guys who aren't supposed to be there are there. It trips me out a little bit. But it makes you also want to do a little bit more homework as to like why they're there. I did this one on the way in or just before I left work, and I had to do it again when I got here because that's the one whack thing about the PFF mock draft simulator. Without you have to scroll to your last pick to see who your last pick was. It's not like a thing in front of you there. So when you're rushing, you just might support Putin. I'm just kidding, but you might pick the same position twice.
That was not a bar.
That's not a bar.
You did not get that bar up.
I wasn't going for a bar. All right, it's a dad joke. I'm a dad. I do what dads do. Also on today's show, I'm gonna tease this one right away. Tyreek Hill said he would play with Jared Goff. We're obviously talking about that.
Yes.
Curious what you guys say about that one, but I'll let it simmer. Besides from that one, Detroit Lions. I think you and I mutually agreed early this week that the best option for them, if they were to make a move in the draft, would be to trade back. Mm-hmm. I think it's a good idea that we, a little bit of thought exercise and look at
the options.
Who's willing to trade up.
Yes.
There's a couple names that just keep popping up in my head, and I think it makes perfect sense. But it's like
Patriots.
it's like, are they willing to do it? And what are they going to give us? Man. I think we still need to, as Detroit Lions fans, the same way we did the smear campaign for Ben Johnson. We definitely need to do the hype machine for Richardson.
Yeah.
I did my job last night. I tweeted a little highlight.
Well, he's the number 1 overall pick. He's not going to be there.
He is the number 1 overall pick.
How shocked would you be?
If you went number 1 overall?
Yeah.
Extremely shocked.
Stunned.
For everybody else too? JB?
Flabbergasted.
Like Bill Simmons with Anthony Bennett when he's like, oh my God.
Anthony Bennett, that was probably the worst draft pick of my lifetime.
At
least Greg Oden could blame injuries.
Yeah.
Anthony Bennett was just trash.
Yeah. And I was rooting for him at one point.
He didn't finish his rookie contract
at all. Why were you rooting for him?
I felt bad for him. Like, damn, do something.
He got paid.
Yeah.
He's just low-key, too. I don't know if you guys noticed this. This is kind of off topic of everything. We're just not talking. But Canada's basketball team, like the national basketball team,
it's good.
Got some names on there.
Oh, yeah.
But they still aren't winning. I don't get it. So confusing.
Well, because I don't think a lot of them are playing right now because they're in the NBA, like SGA.
Yeah, SGA. RJ Barrett sucks.
Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
But they were there. They're on the team. No, not Kevin Love. Kevin Love's from California.
Yep.
There's another, maybe Kelly Olynyk. I was thinking about.
Steve Nash comes
mixing
back.
up my lots. Whoops. They all look the same to me, brother. I'm just kidding. Hashtag clown sauce. Got my mock draft. Daniel Jones contract that's kind of going on right now. I honestly would like to do more homework on that whole situation, but I'm curious to how that relates to Jared Goff as a Detroit Lion, because as you know, after next year, he has one last year in that deal. And it doesn't sound like they have any plans of re-signing him as of now. I think they're waiting until this year. But, I mean, I think that's how you got to operate. Mm-hmm. I think that's a smart business, unless you have a guy that's like 26-year-old.
Stud.
25-year-old guy, and like you have that fifth-year option because you could tie that into the extension. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The same way they did with
Josh
Allen. And I was thinking some stuff, too, like, would it ever make sense? I'm just thinking out loud here. So if something stupid comes out, it is what it is. But you know they backload the contracts?
Yes.
For like, I feel like it would make sense, to do so, or the cap space, backload the cap space for like the quarterback position.
Front load.
Yeah, if you're doing that, front load your position players. That way their cap space is like dwindled down. But why has no one tried that?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I feel like the Chiefs could have did that with Tyreek Hill. Like they could have kept him if they front loaded a contract for him. You know what I'm saying? And then backloaded Patrick. Well, Patrick Mahomes is backloaded.
Patrick Mahomes about to make a lot of money,
dude.
So what do you think Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert are going to get?
Man,
I think like 55, 60 mil.
I kind of want to. Quarterback market's about to go insane.
Yes.
I kind of want to say but it's unbelievable numbers, bro. That's a lot of money.
Every quarterback that re-signs gets the fattest deal. Like every good quarterback, when they re-sign,
Yeah.
they're the highest paid quarterback.
Because like you hear these deals, right, and you're like, well, back in the day, I remember when Stafford did his, and
Yeah.
I don't know who followed suit, but when Stafford got his deal, at one
There's
point
Matt
was
Ryan, I think, after him.
he was the highest paid. Matthew Stafford was the highest paid quarterback in the league at
Yeah.
one point. Which you're thinking like that makes zero sense. He's not the best player. How the hell is he the highest paid? Yeah. But that's just how these things work.
Mike
So
Conley in the NBA one time.
I remember when Mike
That was
Conley got
gross.
his deal.
I don't
That's
care.
crazy.
Like I would have never paid him that much money. I don't feel bad for the Jazz when that happened. That was or the Grizzlies.
It was Grizzlies, yeah.
yeah,
and
the
he got
Grizzlies.
traded.
That's
They
right.
gave him what, like 165 million or something like that.
46 mil a year or something like that. I don't get it. The Rudy Gobert contract too, but
That shit disgusts me.
my man's so nice. He got off
So
that deal.
much money.
Why can't I think of his name right now? Used to be GM of Boston. Now he's with Utah.
Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge.
Yeah. Highway robbery.
Highway robbery.
Yeah,
I feel like he
yeah.
got more back for the Gobert
Minnesota's
pick.
so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who looks at that and is like, our missing piece is Rudy Gobert.
Especially when your second best player is already a center.
Yeah.
It's like, what we need is another one.
Another one.
JB, can
That's
you
way worse.
can you pull up what the
Khaled.
details of
Way more
the
money.
Donovan Mitchell trade was?
Oh yeah, I got you.
And then I'm gonna look up the ones of Gobert because for some reason I feel like they got a bigger haul for Gobert.
No, they didn't, because they also, you got to factor in, they got all the picks and pick swaps for Donovan Mitchell, plus they got Lauri Markkanen. And Lauri Markkanen alone
So
is
what'd they
worth
get
another
for
3
Gobert?
picks. It was just pick swaps. And who was the players again? Malik Beasley.
Yep. Jared Vanderbilt.
Yeah. They kept who was that player they kept out that was so stupid that was worth, like, they threw in 2 firsts
So it
instead
was-
of like throwing them in.
Yeah.
In exchange for
stupid.
guards Pat Bev, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, along with guard Leonardo Bomero. And the draft rights is Walker Kessler, who's looking pretty damn good, by the
Yeah.
way.
Walker Kessler alone is better than Gobert.
Yeah.
So which trade was better? Because Walker Kessler's looking like a guy.
Donovan
Yeah.
Mitchell trade was better.
Yeah. Because Lauri you can flip for another like 3 firsts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it depends what Kessler becomes. I haven't watched him play. I don't have league passes here. I couldn't afford it. Is he nice?
Who?
Walker Kessler?
Yes.
I saw a redraft, which is... I'm never a fan of doing redrafts for NBA in the same year. That's kind of like silly to me.
Yeah, that shit's stupid.
Maybe we should just all avoid redrafts in the same year. But Walker Kessler, I think was number 3 in the last, like when I saw him floating around Twitter. That's crazy.
That is
He's
pretty wild.
almost getting triple doubles with blocks. It's
Yeah.
insane.
That's insane. The only person I've ever seen do that in my lifetime is Andrew Bynum.
Sam Whiteside did it.
That's not Whiteside. Put some
Whiteside did
respect
it.
on.
With triple double?
Yeah.
Yeah, with blocks.
Blocks.
I think Bynum did it in the finals too. Is it the final game or playoff? I could be completely wrong, but I feel like he did.
He did it, but I don't know if it was playoffs.
What a weird career he had.
Draymond Green got a triple double without points.
Yeah.
That's the goated moment.
That honestly, that's the hardest.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be the hardest type of triple
Oh,
double
for
to get.
sure.
I gotta look back at that.
That's a
Has
team
anybody
player.
ever like done that?
I don't know. Ben Simmons probably.
Ben
guess
Simmons
so.
got a triple single.
Ben Simmons got the triple single for sure.
Turnovers, minutes, and fouls.
Hey, that's a WNBA All Star right there.
Facts. But like we
Put up
told
the
you
Ben
guys, we got a lot to
Simmons
talk about.
numbers.
We're going to talk a lot of Lions today, a lot of different draft rumors, a lot of things going on. But first, let me tell you about SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency, because the Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry. Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Get a shot up. This is for the win.
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, though?
I was told he was going for milk and cigarettes, and he just never came back.
There's no way that
Jeremy Allen asked if he knew Kevin Love wanted to buy out.
The's no way that is that a real quote?
I don't know. Pretty funny it was.
It's Bleacher
From
Report.
Bleacher
So
Report, so yeah.
Damn.
It's pretty funny.
Kevin Love. Ditch the fan.
Who's he? Who'd he sign with again?
the Heat.
The Heat
The Heat.
took his talents to South Beach.
Weird fit. No? Well, I guess, yeah. But like if I'm Kevin Love, that means him and Brian for real like just don't fuck with each other.
What?
Because like why wouldn't he go with LA?
So, like, the
No,
Heat are
he
gonna be
loves
more
LeBron.
contenders than
So
the
why wouldn't he
Lakers.
go to LA? I feel like is that
Lakers
unrealistic to
suck
say the
too.
Lakers have a better chance of winning a championship than the Heat?
No.
No, the Lakers
Is that unrealistic?
have
I'm saying to
a
say
whole
that.
bunch
mean,
of
not
centers.
really.
He wouldn't play.
Yeah.
Miami
Love.
was the balance. Miami, you get to play and get your money and be.
Who wouldn't
in
he play over in
beautiful
LA?
weather. In LA, Anthony Davis is your big, and then
Anthony Davis can play center.
and Mo Bamba they're gonna play too.
Anthony
like
Davis
they're-
doesn't like playing center.
I know he doesn't like playing at center, but like he's his best at center.
Yeah.
It's
but
like
he doesn't-
if in like crunch time moments, guess what he's gonna be playing? Center. The same way he did in the finals against the Heat.
yeah.
Anthony Davis center, Kevin Love 4. I don't know. I feel like you get PT there. They need 3-point shooting. No, is that not a need for the Lakers?
Yes,
No,
it is.
I'm not saying it's wrong that he didn't go there. I'm just saying that he
It's not because he don't like they
better
don't like
had
each
out.
other.
Yeah, better opportunity in Miami for him.
I never, in my wildest imagination, thought we'd talk about a Kevin Love buyout this long.
Yeah.
He hasn't
Talk
really-
about it for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know that's pretty long because he's not been relevant in quite some time.
Jared Allen's still waiting for him to come back.
Yeah, Jared Allen still waiting. He's got his dinner ready. It's getting cold. He's gonna put it in the microwave.
Welcome back to the World Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. You guys haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button. Spenny, you teased the Calvin Johnson topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
It's what happened.
Calvin Johnson was on Jim
happened?
Rome, and
Okay.
he was talking with Jim Rome about different possibilities, his relationship with the Lions, and things like this. And he had something to say about what he can bring to the Lions. He did say, "I have a lot of experience that I can share with those guys, whether it's football or off the field." Calvin Johnson about a possible return with the Detroit Lions. So either he is going to go in there and he's going to help those guys, you know, help the receivers, help different players and stuff like that, or he's just going to bring a bunch of weed and make sure everybody's feeling good. He's just trying to get his brand deal with the Detroit Lions, you know, primitive/Lions deal.
Yeah.
But I whatever it is, I think it's a good idea to bring Calvin Johnson back into the fold. Obviously, he's a legend. He's a top 3 receiver of all time. And, and
I ain't mad at it.
and I think it'd be smart for the Detroit Lions, obviously, to mend fences and to help bring him back to the organization and see what he can do with the young guys.
I don't want to buy into it. I don't want to put any stock in this. I thought this happened already. Last year I bought into this. And now the conversations are getting lighter, yeah. But maybe Calvin's also just getting bored of saying the same shit over and over again. But he did speak something specific, if I'm not mistaken, to Mike Disner. Mike Disner getting back in town and getting in contact with Calvin.
He said Mike Disner kind of brokered their talks, and he was really thankful with that.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, too, Mike Disner, I think, was that this past offseason? He was promoted to...
Yeah.
And
What,
he
COO?
was under Forbes, like 40 under 40. Like he was like a big, like contract guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering that too on the drive as well is like, because I thought the back loading, front loading thing is like who does these things? Like who initiates the theory of doing it? Is it Brad Holmes or
I
is
think
it the
it's Paul
contract
Woods.
guy,
Paul Woods is the money guy, right?
Rob Woods?
Rob Woods, yeah.
But that's Disner now.
Rob
I feel
Wood.
like that's Disner's role. And I think we're seeing a little bit of it. And maybe we want to look at some of the contracts of the guys they signed. Who got the biggest money from Brad Holmes? Aquara. Brad
Aquara.
Holmes, Aquara, yeah. Let's look at his deal. But I don't know, I guess Rob Woods was the guy that like wasn't doing that shit.
Yes.
And that was like the reason like that was part of the bad culture.
Calvin Johnson does not like Rob Wood.
Yes, it sounded that way.
Yeah.
I got to be very careful of the things I say right now. But
Yeah.
proud of
Wait,
me.
Proud to be
I'm
an
American.
American. Well,
What up,
at
though,
least
Chris?
I know I'm free.
I would say
when it comes-
Disner's one of those difference pieces. You know what I'm saying? The younger guy, obviously, he has a fresh, clean slate with Calvin Johnson. It seems like they're able to have a clean, I guess, avenue of communication.
Yes.
and maybe that's why they're progressing somewhere. Hopefully, but again, I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy into this stock. What are you gonna say, Chris?
Yeah, it's directly in line with that question, and maybe there's more to expand on it or not. But I'm genuinely asking: what is holding back your guys' opinion? Calvin Johnson, the Lions, like totally mending that fence. Is it certain people within the organization?
I can tell you exactly what it is. Money.
Money.
Yeah, money, and like because cap space does matter. Despite like some other people like to say. The way it works with Calvin, because he's a retired player, whatever money they give him is going to count towards the cap.
Yeah.
Which is wild. It's only like 1.6 million. I don't like.
That's David Blau money.
Yeah,
That
honestly,
is David Blau money.
Probably honestly more than David Blau money. I mean, I'm not 100% sure on that one, but it feels silly. But I feel like maybe again, Calvin and Disney are working out a relationship where Calvin mentioned he would like to coach in the offseason with Richard Sherman on his podcast. Obviously, you just heard him say it here too. He said he can help players on and off the field. But who knows? Maybe it's even like a Barry Sanders role. Barry Sanders, I couldn't even tell you what he's doing right now.
Barry
but
Sanders
he's getting paid, right?
Just does what he wants, I feel like.
Exactly.
He's just like an ambassador. Just shows up to places,
So maybe,
cracks the smile,
yeah, literally.
gets a check. Calvin could do that.
Exactly, and maybe that's the type of conversations they're having, or maybe that's been offered to him before, and he was just so pissed off about the principle of it that he was unwilling to do stuff like that.
Yeah,
but either
I would
way,
do that too. You owe me a couple $1 million. Why don't I come work for you?
yeah.
Do my
Unless
own
you
thing. I'm
tack that
selling
couple
weed,
million on
baby.
it.
I'm a
Seriously.
worm farmer.
Especially when I get you retired early, right? But we've been over this a million times, guys. The Detroit Lions are going to profit off Calvin Johnson's name after he's gone from Earth.
Oh shit.
When he leaves Earth in his human form and becomes a spirit or whatever the hell else, like the Detroit Lions organization will be making money off of Calvin Johnson and his name. What are you all shitting about?
Oh, there's Batty out there writing tickets.
Ticket is
Man, I'm parked somewhere.
Well, I think it's because they're in the handicap spot.
I don't think they are.
Yeah, they are.
No, because look at the white lines right there.
Look at
and
that's
then
the
blue.
handicap sign though.
Oh, you're right. All right.
All I know is she can give me a ticket. What up, Shotty? You trying to give me a ticket? She can't hear me, but
No shit.
I use those handcuffs on you, my baby. But
she would have responded if she heard.
she would have responded for sure.
For sure.
She probably would have gave me a ticket. But
Hey, you think? What are the chances she's like that one cop? What's her name? The one in the one with that was
Megan
close to the
Hall.
whole department.
Megan Hall. She's asking the apartment.
that kind of cop.
JB,
I'd
quick
say
with that one.
Yeah, you know her name. You know her number.
Dirty motherfucker. No,
I'd say the chances
She's
are
not.
pretty low.
she's the thing about Megan Hall, probably had low self-esteem because she wasn't a 10. I'm not gonna call her ugly, but she wasn't a 10. So probably a little less
I'd call
self-esteem
her
than this
ugly.
one, because this one, mad cute, ticketed, gone, donezo.
Broad shoulders though.
Broad shoulders for sure.
Yeah, but it could be the coat.
Could be the coat. Maybe she's wearing shoulder pads, but
Yeah, bulletproof vest under there.
maybe she lives.
You never know.
Damn, she's writing everybody tickets.
Yeah. Everybody getting one.
That's what I'm saying. I probably should move my car.
And it's too late. She probably made her way down the line, buddy.
Making my way downtown. I mean, I'm not like in the front. In case anybody listening would be mad about me being in the front, I'm not in the front, sir. But I'm somewhere I shouldn't be. And obviously, she's writing tickets.
Where you? Oh,
Yeah, I got towed from the car
Getting
wash.
towed from the car wash for sure.
That one was a L. We have another.
No, she's not writing everybody tickets. She's just
She's
She's
just scribbling.
checking who
She's
has
just
warrants. So
doodling.
she wait outside, see when they're going to the car
Yeah.
and arrest them. That'd be wild.
Oh wait, no, she's coming back. She might be writing everybody tickets.
What if she's just doodling? She's just doodling every car.
She's watching the Woodward heavyweights on her show on her phone right now.
Yeah, sure. That's exactly what she's doing.
Come in for an interview.
Join the casting couch.
Join the casting couch.
The Calvin Johnson stuff, though. I mean, getting back to the topic, is like, I don't think it benefits the Detroit Lions like in the now, but in the later. You know what I'm saying? I've discussed this too. When there's like free agents. What are you laughing at?
Oh no, just in the later sounded funny to
In
me.
the later?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Does it sound that funny? I think it sound that funny.
In the later. I don't know.
Maybe
what
I'm
would you
just
say?
stupid.
Later.
Later on. Either way. In the later. In the future. Same thing.
No.
I think it benefits them. What's
later?
later? What's later mean?
Later, yeah, but
Like
not
later
like
on.
how you
Okay.
use them in
So
the
what's the
sentence.
future?
But you don't say in the later.
I'm saying in the later. Does English say it doesn't work that way?
Yeah.
Are you an English teacher?
No.
Who's on first?
What's on second?
Huh?
No, who's on second? What's on first?
No. Who's on first?
Who's on first?
Who's on first?
Yeah. What's on second? I don't know who's on third.
Yeah. No, who is on first?
We're not doing
I
this.
hate you, Chris.
Why the fuck? Why? Come on, guys.
In the ladder.
Yes. And the later, we'll continue it that way. It's going to benefit the Detroit Lions when they're, recruiting free agents, when they're recruiting anybody to become a part of this organization.
Yes.
Because that was a stain. Like, that's Calvin Johnson.
It is a big red flag when you're looking at, he was one of the most successful players in the history of the franchise, and you're not paying him $1 million. Doesn't look good. Makes other players be like, why would I go there and sacrifice my body, put my life on the line for a team that doesn't respect one of their best players of all time? So obviously things have changed since Sheila Ford Hamp took the reins and started making decisions. Hopefully this is something that gets mended. Hopefully this is something that gets taken care of, and Calvin will be in the fold again. Calvin will be part of the organization, and this will all be put behind them for the long run. In the later.
But in the now.
What matters?
I don't think it barely affects anything. Like, we could talk about this, and then to your point, is like we could talk about how Dan Campbell's different and how Brad Holmes is different until we're blue in the face. But that Calvin Johnson stain remained. And again, anybody that wanted to join or that you want to join the Detroit Lions, and they want to be great, win championships, they just see how you treat your players plus poor.
Yeah.
And that doesn't help. On top of that, you have a really shit resume behind that.
For sure.
So, I mean, it's something they had to do.
I never understood that. In the blue in the face.
Talk to you blue in the face? Because you're losing air.
Losing
But
breath.
you get red. Yeah. You don't get blue.
You get blue at some point, though, because all the blood.
I feel like you get
cold.
purple.
You ever seen...
I've never seen somebody turn blue.
Well, it's because they would have died. They probably dead at that point.
Let me try.
Yeah, you're good. Blow all the air out. Let's do it. All of it. He probably has a long way to go, too, because this guy has swimmer lungs. If you guys never heard, keep going. Make the face blue. Keep going.
Oh, my
There's
God,
more.
it's blue.
You just breathed in.
I had nothing else to blow out. You said keep going.
Bobby Wagner's cut. He's a free agent. Let's talk about that next. I guess you were supposed to be driving. I apologize. I'll tell you guys about Alta. At Alta Equipment matters. If you got a big project coming up, Alta Rent's got you covered. Make sure you guys give them a call today. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Alta Equipment, where
Uptime
matters.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
At work and at home. We're there with smarter security solutions, featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Spencer Exter. He is Speak Easy. We got Chris Platty in the TD booth and JB Smooth on the ones and twos. We just got done talking about a little Calvin Johnson news. And now we're going to talk about a little draft update. Some things that you might want to see going on in the organization when it comes to draft. A lot of people want the Detroit Lions to move out. I'm stalling here. No, a lot of people want the Detroit Lions to move out of the 6th pick because there's not a lot of great value for them there, and there might be great value for other people when you're sitting at 6 and you're looking who might be available. So trading back is a big thing. Trading back is something that the Detroit Lions have been in talks about. And right off the bat, 2 teams jump out to you that the Detroit Lions could trade back or get engaged with in conversations. One would be the Atlanta Falcons at 8.
Yeah.
And another one would be the Carolina Panthers at 9.
Yeah.
These are two teams that both need a quarterback. These are two teams that are probably looking to jump in front of the other one because they know the other team needs a quarterback. So if you're the Detroit Lions and you're sitting there at 6, and let's say C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Will Levis, one of these quarterbacks is still available, is still on the board, which they're going to be, who are you trading back with? Who are you choosing as your tango partner to try to get back in the draft and get more assets? Another one could be
I got a couple of them. I'm
the
not right now.
Tennessee Titans at 11.
You think so? Actually, yeah. I mean, I don't see why not, but
The New York Jets at 13. I'm just saying. Jets are probably going to sign a veteran, but
yeah, the Jets are probably a squad that are probably just looking for a veteran at this point. I don't know that they could gamble on another roll of dice at the quarterback position in the draft because they missed already with Zach Wilson. If they do so, it's just going to be at a point in the draft where, like, if Anthony Richardson, where he's initially slotted to go, falls, Jets could grab him.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, they need a veteran quarterback because they feel like they're ready to contend right now. And they're pretty damn close last year. And you look at the offensive numbers from by the way, who was the guy who was placing that everyone was hyping up? Mike White.
Mark White.
Even his numbers, boo-boo. Or at least he may have some gaudy like passing numbers.
Yeah, he's a backup.
But they ended in a loss. Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying when people were hyping him up, it's like, yo, for what? What are you hyping this guy up for?
White.
Zach Wilson did horrible. But again, I think they're in a position for a veteran quarterback because of Derek Carr and Aaron Rodgers. I think their number one target's Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers doesn't know what Aaron Rodgers is doing.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't know he's Aaron Rodgers right now. He's still sobering up.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't know who Aaron Rodgers is right now. But I think the biggest things you look at are those two at 8 and 9. Which is the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Because those are two teams that are young. They have assets. They have a lot of draft picks they can move around. And if you could get a first-round pick from one of those teams next year, it'll probably be in a pretty good spot. It'll probably be something you can work with. It might be another pick inside the top 10. So I'd be looking at them. Again, they're both going to try to jump, ahead of the other one if there is a quarterback available.
Mm-hmm.
So why not kick the tires on that?
I got my list. I just got to double check the draft positions here. But Buccaneers, I think, is a team I can't guarantee it, but it almost makes sense for them to do it unless they land Derek Carr or whoever else, because they have a team that's almost like ready to compete right now. If you look at between what the hell is his name? Mike. I can't think of his last name right now. Mike Evans.
Yes.
The other little shorter, faster guy.
Chris Godwin.
Thank you. They feel like they're ready, like now. Maybe they're looking for that veteran piece.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have cap space to sign a veteran piece, so I feel like draft is a place they can go. Now, I don't know if they're expecting to compete this year doing that, but if not, rebuild.
They're at 19.
Rebuild.
So the Pistons would get the
Pistons.
The Lions would end up with 18 and 19 at that point.
Lions 18 and 19?
Yeah, if they traded with the Buccaneers.
That's kind of far back.
That's a pretty far backdrop.
But they do. So do you feel like they have a lot to offer, though? I mean, Mike Evans, a contract they probably want to get rid of. Who's some of the key defenders anymore? Levante David,
yeah.
But he's free agent.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of it.
Devin White.
I can't imagine. Probably
Antoine
Devin White's
Winfield.
a good one. Yeah, he's coming up, but we don't need a safety.
Yeah.
That's just a team, I think.
That's a far drop, though.
That's a far drop. Yeah. That's just this is one of the teams. Carolina obviously won.
What about the New England Patriots?
No.
Think they're good with Mac Jones?
Yeah.
Bill Zach.
Well, I don't know that they're good with them, but I don't know if they're going to. When have the Patriots ever moved up to grab somebody?
What about the Washington Commanders?
That's a team that
Washington Commanders at 16.
That's a one I'd look out for Derek Carr landing spot. I don't know that he goes there because remember the big stain we talked about with Calvin Johnson? Dan Snyder has one too.
Yes.
And I don't know that Derek Carr wants to go and I know Dan Snyder may be selling the team soon. I don't know that he wants to put all his apples in that bucket and ride with that guy. I wouldn't want to. But in terms of them moving up, yeah, that's another team too. Maybe they franchise Payne. Well, no, I wouldn't want to do that. Deron Payne.
Yeah.
Chase Young. Where are they picking? They're at 17?
16.
They're at 16? I still feel like one of our corners are there. At least the heavyweight corners. I feel like we're in agreement with the top 3 in this year's draft class.
Yes.
What up, Chris?
Well, that's what I was going to ask when you talk about trading back further than 8 or 9 or 10, somewhere in that range, is then you're probably putting yourself in a position where you don't get to choose the corner you want. And while it's been said that everyone in this draft class, or the top 3 corners in this draft class, are all pretty good and they're all within the same realm of each other, I'm sure I'm sure Brad Holmes has a favorite. So would you, if you're Brad Holmes, you'd probably want to stay high enough up to where you choose the one that's your guy, right?
Yeah, that's why I like 8 and 9. I think, like I said, both of those teams need a quarterback. Both of those teams are probably not going to be the big free agent signed quarterback, but they're going to be somebody that they can draft and build with, because that both of them are in somewhat rebuilds, kind of mini rebuilds. Well, Panthers are in mini rebuild. The Falcons are kind of a mess. But for me, you move back, you get some more capital there, and then you still have your pick of the litter of those corners.
Yeah.
You could still choose whoever you want, whoever you seem to see to be as the best player.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to sell you Washington as like the trade partner, as the trade partner I
just
want.
bringing up options.
I'm literally just bringing up options. Teams that are quarterback
That's just
needy.
why I ask it.
Yeah, I'm just bringing up teams that will be in there. Buccaneers, see in there. Carolina, yes, and that's the one that I think I like the most too, Spenny, is his 9. Now, you like it because you get the now and not the later, because you get the now at number 9 and you're right there, picking as soon as possible. But like, what if somebody further has to give you more and you're just getting more back in value, especially with a guy like Brad Holmes who bats 700? Like, would you almost want that more?
I wouldn't mind that.
You're giving that guy more bullets in the chamber.
Giving more ammo to Brad Holmes is always a good idea, unless it takes tight end in the first round. But I just think it's important to, because the Lions aren't that far off as well. Like, the Lions aren't a team that's so far away. They need to keep stacking these players, to keep stacking this equity. But I think if you trade back, you could still get a nice return from that 8 or 9, because they're going to have to give you something if they want to move up and desperately get one of those quarterbacks.
There's a lot of talks about Lamar going to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I almost want to dismiss them, but at the same time, no. Do you think they're ready to draft a quarterback, though? Because I feel like, actually, that's the team.
Atlanta?
Yes. 100%. I don't know, Olave's pretty good, or London's pretty good, but this is my logic with it. My whole plan in drafting back, or trading back, however you want to put it, is re-entering those Caleb Williams sweepstakes the following year.
Yeah.
Into next year's draft. I feel like Atlanta's a team that
could still be pretty bad.
Yeah. Carolina, I think they whooped us. Maybe I had a little PTSD from that one, but I feel like they were a bad team, but they were competitive.
They're not terrible. Yeah.
Their division's garbage.
Exactly. They almost they would have made the playoffs had the Buccaneers lost, I believe, week 18. I could be mistaken on that one. The Raiders, they got to too, right? Unless they just don't give.
The Raiders need a quarterback.
Unless they call the Lions bluff.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of. You guys don't like my mock draft.
My bluff.
You guys don't like that mock draft later. Did you get the new one I sent, by the way, Chris?
Yeah.
Wake your ass up.
I have a question, too. When it comes to Anthony Richardson, are we at this point in the draft where he is going to garner this type of, this type of desire where teams are going to trade up and take him? Because I remember early in the draft process, he was a guy that was looking at, back end of the first round. Now our team's worried that he's not making it past 8 or 9. Is that real?
I think so. I think he's going to keep climbing up, and especially when he goes to the Underwear Olympics and puts on a show, it's going to be something that the people are going to love to see. And obviously, we saw what that did with Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson blew up because of one throw. So I think when they see Anthony Richardson show off his arm, show off his athleticism, his ability to throw on the run, that a lot of teams are going to want to move up to get that guy.
I mean, who knows? Teams might be secretly in love with him right now. I mean, you could make the argument that he's the most talented quarterback in this year's draft class. Like, he has the most raw ability. He's mobile. He's big. He has a cannon. Now, the accuracy and touch is like the stuff I feel like is the big beef with Richardson. But if you get a guy, if you have a Ben Johnson on your team, which rarely teams do, but oh man, Brad Holmes, if you're listening, if you have a Ben Johnson on your team, maybe you might want to take that risk because you have a guy within your organization that can mold him. I have a microphone right here. I don't really hold my shirt, but anyway. But I don't know if the Detroit Lions do it. But again, I'm teasing my mock draft. I don't know if it'll be next segment or next one. Maybe we'll talk Bobby Wagner, then we'll get into that one. But
we can do that.
I think a lot of people are going to be surprised with that one. But I guess out of all the teams, and this is a short list that I have, and in the Woodward Sports Chat, I want to know what you guys think too, and or call in. Because my goal is Caleb Williams.
Yes.
Which one of these guys you think is giving you the best odds at that between, there's a lot of teams actually. Bucks, Carolina, Atlanta, Vegas, Washington, or New Orleans?
Probably Atlanta.
Probably Atlanta.
Atlanta's probably the team that's going to finish the worst out of those, I would say.
Yeah. I almost want to say like the Bucks too, maybe. Because you think if they make the move and get the rookie, like
they blow it up.
Well, yeah, but you think they're winning if they do that, and possibly they blow it up. But at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah, I know tanking's different in the NFL, but isn't the whole Caleb Williams thing? Isn't some team, at least one team or two teams, going to talk themselves into, hey, we don't need to make this move for Anthony Richardson, this gamble, when next year you got Caleb Williams
and Drake May.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's tanking in the NFL really isn't a thing. I think you saw that this year in the Texans and Colts game. You know, that's Lovie Smith won his last game of the year and knocked the Texans out of that number 1 overall pick. And now it's possibly they have to trade to get a guy that they want, unless the Bears find a trade partner too. So I don't really believe in taking it at the NFL level. I think maybe GMs and coaches may try at a certain point.
Well, we know the Dolphins GM.
Exactly. Like that situation. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the football players, it's not a sport you could just you could fake. You know, like you could get hurt. Your money's not guaranteed.
I get that, but I was asking the GMs, like, do you think there is a GM of an organization that's going to talk themselves? Yeah, that's going to
Commanders.
Yeah, talk themselves into it.
If I was Commanders, I would for sure. Yeah.
Right hand up. Who are we?
The Commanders.
There's a lot going on.
I don't know why I thought that.
I really find it hard to believe the Lions are going to stay put at 6, though. Unless something crazy happens and Jalen Carter falls. I don't see the Lions using the number 6 pick.
I could see him using it, but obviously, I'm telling myself what you're saying. That feels better. You know,
feels better in the later.
Yeah.
But let me tell you guys where you can feel better. If you go to Planet Fitness, you'll be feeling better because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. Even if there's one 50-year-old guy sitting there with 6 pairs of dumbbells and just doing nothing, like, you can't judge him because it's the judgment-free zone. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. It has tons of equipment, a full body workout in just 30 minutes in the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of that for just $10 a month. You want perks? The Black Card has them. Members enjoy the use of amenities such as unlimited tanning, hydro massage, massage chairs, total body enhancement, along with access to over 2,000 locations worldwide and unlimited guest privileges. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
You're about to be shell-shocked. The catch of the day is in. Big Boy Seafood Fest is officially back. Join us for some of your favorites like our popcorn shrimp and pike perch platters and our classic fish and chips. This year, we've reeled in some fresh catches like our shrimp Alfredo, shrimp stir fry, and our fish sandwich. And especially, don't forget about our all-you-can-eat Friday night fish fry buffet. Every day is a fish fry at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great. And oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live at WoodwardSports.com. Is this my guy Eazy? I'm Spenny. There's JB Smooth. As soon as I took the reins, I messed it up. It's been that type of show a little bit there in the beginning there. All right, we were basically, before we went to break, we're talking about, you know, who's the Detroit Lions' best partner to trade back with. And I guess there's just 2 ways of looking at it, too, because you came up with the theory that, like, you want to trade back with the guy or team that gives you the earliest pick to grab
I don't
your
know
preferred player.
Not necessarily the earliest, but somewhere
early
where
enough.
I want the ability to get between
who you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of those 3. Yeah. At least.
So there's different values in the trade. Is basically what I'm saying. Break it down. It's like you have the one value that Spenny brought up is like you want to pick who you want. You want first dibs essentially. And then there's the other option is like, do you want to gamble a little bit for the guy.
More assets.
I mean, this is like the way they're treating
This is the way.
Wimby. I feel like Caleb Williams will garner that much attention in the NFL draft for next year. He's that
level?
His comp is Patrick Mahomes.
He's the Heisman. You know, he's the Heisman winner. His comp is Patrick Mahomes. I'm with Joey, though. I like what Joey said. I'd trade with Carolina and take Gonzalez. That's what I would do as well.
What do you think of Carolina? What was Carolina adding to that trade? Because they're 9, right?
Yes.
So what are they giving? 9 and what else?
9, a third and a fourth.
I think that's a lot. Is it?
If you want to trade up and get your guy.
JB, can you look up that Justin Fields trade the Bears made with the Cowboys? I feel like that was like one of the wildest ones I've ever seen. It could have been out of the top 10. That's why I'm asking JB to look it up. I appreciate you for that, by the way. But it was like just a second. And they were like, yeah, let's do it. Handshake deal. 62% of the Woodward Sports chat poll is with Carolina. So it sounds like they're with a theory of, and by the way, like, I get it. Like, it makes sense. You don't know what's going to happen if you're gambling for next year, but you have exact idea of what's going to be there this year with number 9 pick.
They're trading up to number 11. They sent 20th, a 5th rounder, in addition to a 2022 first and 4th.
So 2 firsts.
2 firsts, a 4th, and a 5th.
And that's for 11.
That's from 20 to 11.
That's a big jump, though, too.
Yeah, so you probably won't get the first.
Cowboys falling back further, so maybe that changes things. Because Carolina's 9 is a valuable pick.
Yes.
You know?
So, like I said, you probably
10.
won't get the first. The extra first like they did. But if you can get 9, a 3rd rounder, and a 4th rounder.
Yeah, and I guess, like, you'd still have the opportunity of Carolina to suck as well, you know?
What would be the scenario that you would have to get a first? How far back would you have to trade? Would it be like the teams, something like that?
What's like the furthest back I'm willing to trade?
Like the Commanders. That's how far you'd have to drop, like, I'd say 8 or more slots to get an extra first round pick. Because in the PFF mock drafts,
yeah, I know.
You know, I trade back 3 slots, get a first round pick. It's like, this has a 3% chance of getting accepted, and then he accepts it right away. I'm like, all right, bet. GM of the year, Spenny, let's go.
Hear me out, because I think I'm talking myself into the Commanders trade only because it is the biggest jump, right? They're at 16 outside the Bucks. It's the biggest jump, so they're going to have to give you a lot more. That means multiple first rounders. I think they can suck next year. I know they looked good this year, but it wasn't good enough, obviously, to make the playoffs. The Commanders. At times, they look good. I also, at times, they look horrible.
Who are we?
Think about how much of a jump the rest of those teams in the division are going to make next year, or are already good. That's the Eagles.
All those teams are way better than the Commanders.
Giants are going to get better as well. Who else am I missing? Cowboys. If I'm...
Yeah.
Two in the pink, one in the stink.
Slat.
Anyway. If you really... I think they have an opportunity of getting Caleb Williams.
Wipe his nose.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. That's the biggest prize I want. Because, again, I got 3 cornerbacks I'm in love with.
Yes.
I'm going to get one of them for sure. At 16?
Yeah.
Whether it's Witherspoon, whether it's Gonzalez. Because I'm not in love with any one of them enough to say this is the guy. Like right now, if I had to, sure, it's Gonzalez. But I can't deny everything that comes with Witherspoon. I mean, the numbers are insane. It's just the size concerns me.
And he was in the Big Ten.
That, too.
They're both, him and Porter. Ohio State, that's it.
That's it. Michigan's got some, but they don't have a good passing game. Yeah.
Purdue throws the ball, but...
Yeah, that one white kid. What's his name?
Aiden O'Connell, I think.
The receiver. You don't think... Don't worry.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know who it is. I just learned of him, actually, the other night with... shout out to Booner and shout out to Lucas. They got a little show coming out. They're having a delay with the name, a dilemma, I should say. Right now, it currently is. Give me like a 1 out of 10 on this. Believe Me Later. That's the name of the show.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Why?
It just didn't really make sense. It's kind of like In the Later. Like, Believe Me Later. Like,
Believe Me Later.
Like, that's weird. Like, all right, I'll see you later, I guess. I'll just...
Well, actually, the full thing is Hear Me Now, Believe Me Later, which I really like.
That's too much, though.
But yeah, exactly. They're told that was too much. They cut out the Hear Me Now, and now it's just Believe Me Later. I feel like that's kind of whack. I don't know. Woodward Sports Chat, you let us know. They're looking for new names too, if you want. But I feel like I'm talking myself in the Washington trade because I feel like one, you still can grab one of those 3 you're in love with, and then outside of that, they're very likely to end up in a top 10 pick next year. Because every team in their division is supposed to get better or just stay just as competitive.
Andor is already pretty damn good where they're at. I don't mind that. And you'll definitely get more trading back to 16 with the Commanders than you would going to 8 or 9.
Is this one of those ones we open the phone lines for? Sorry. Do you want to open the phone lines?
Sure.
I'm curious. I'm open right now.
What
I fall in love with right now is the Washington one, but it's all theoretical. What'd you say, Chris?
I said put it down, I'll pin it. But I'm with you, though. I'm with you. You talked me into it. At first, I was with Spencer because I do want to get whoever they deem is the guy at corner, just because I believe that the Lions are damn near a playoff team already. And so, like Spencer said, they're not that far away. So I'd like to see them get the guys that they prefer and the guys that they think are the best and are going to help them now. And they don't need to accumulate too many assets. But you're kind of selling me on the idea of like, hey, that first could be really, really valuable next year.
That's what I'm saying. After hearing both sides, what do you think now? You still go with yours.
I still like going back a little bit and getting the legitimate option because, like I said, the Lions they don't need to stockpile this many draft picks. If they want to move up and get a guy, they can do that with their own picks rather than just hoping the Commanders' picks turns out and maybe missing out on the guy you really want or the guy you really think is that dude in this year's draft.
Yeah, I guess you're a little bit more certain on Gonzalez than I am. But the second generation guys, I'm telling you, Joey Porter Jr. He's also got the longest arms on a cornerback I've seen since I don't even know off the top of my head. But it's a great quality to have at the cornerback position.
For sure.
You got the history of these second-gen football players killing it in the league right now. One of them's a cornerback. Actually, two of them are cornerbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Surtain and Horn. Second generation, and I feel like Porter, he may not be there though. But one of those three are. One of them will more than likely be there, yes. JB, I told people calling. I put the number in the Woodward Sports chat, but I do want to know what you think, JB.
I wouldn't mind trading back with Carolina. I think Washington, you're going back a little too far, and then you're hoping that Joey Porter will be there because obviously Christian Gonzalez will be gone. But then again, you never know. As we've been doing all these mock drafts, hell, at 6, Will Anderson has fallen, so it's kind of crazy. Who knows what will happen? But I don't mind the Carolina falling back to them.
Yeah, you're hoping that one of those guys is still there, and you're hoping Washington is shit next year.
Because the only thing, JB, we look up what the Carolina's offer was for Stafford. Because I feel like that was one of those moves where they were, 8 or something like that? Or 9? Actually, it might have been really similar. But anyway, I think they only offered that year's first rounder, like in that very same draft.
Yes.
And like a third rounder or something like with that. So that's the only thing is like I'm missing out on next year's draft. I still get 2 picks this year's draft going Washington, and then I get 2 picks in next year's draft too. So say even if Washington doesn't land the number 1 pick for Caleb Williams, the Wimbenyana of the NFL's draft, I have ammunition to trade up to who else I do want.
All right, so that Panthers pick was for the 8th overall pick in the 2021 draft, and they were also going to give up Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
And we were 3 in that draft, or 7?
7.
So literally 1. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you get more value out of that Washington one because you get the second first rounder. But again, call in, comment in the Woodward Sports chat. I also got my mock draft coming up. Tyreek Hill reportedly said, well, not reportedly. He said he'd love to play with Jared Goff. What were you saying, Dane?
Brad Holmes reportedly asked for defensive tackle Aaron Donald. And
you didn't
Stafford.
know that?
No.
Yeah, that's what he asked. That's what he wanted initially. To all the gobblers out there, they know. They deny these facts.
That's baller.
I would have liked that.
I'll take your best player, please.
Yeah.
You know what we got to do is these teams are in like the salary cap situation. I was thinking about it too. Yesterday, point blank, I ranked DJ Chark as my number 1 wide receiver in this free agency class. But if Keenan Allen gets cut, he's the number 1.
Yes.
You 100% pay him over DJ Chark, right?
Yeah.
That'd be nasty, man.
Keenan Allen gets hurt a lot too, though.
I wanna do that. Go through these teams, and not today, obviously. This is one we have to do some homework on, but go through teams that have to make these cuts: Bucks, Saints, Chargers. Could the Detroit Lions eat off? You know what I'm saying?
Grabbing food off everybody else's plate.
Grab extra
That's what Brad does too.
That is what Brad does.
A lot of the guys, the reclamation projects, and they're panning out in Detroit.
I wouldn't mind it. We'll definitely do something like that and Cody Nevers says you're forgetting Asante Samuel Jr. as well.
I did forget. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But I was just talking about that same, the very same draft class that Carolina offered that. What were you saying, Chris?
One quick question. Maybe this is too much, but the idea of could you kind of thread the needle and do both and do kind of Easy's trade and then use one of your extra seconds to move back up and still get like the corner that you want and then still play the kind of also play the long game, or would that just in your eyes not be worth it?
It's up to Brad Holmes because it just depends like how he values these corners. Like me, I don't particularly value one over one enough to like want to do that much maneuvering. You know what I'm saying?
Because that is a lot of maneuver.
It is a lot.
That's why I asked. But Spencer, would you be more into that or not really?
I don't know.
That's
That is a lot of moving.
But I get you.
That is pretty crazy.
That's some Madden shit.
It is some Madden shit. It's pretty crazy. Just like how crazy easy it is to go to the Folding Warehouse and have a good time. Because you can go to the Folding Warehouse. The Folding Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pin game called Folding. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play and private lane reservation for $120. If you get thirsty, they got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foldingwarehouse.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Before we went to break, we were talking about trading back in this year's NFL draft, and I wanted to pick the Washington Commanders because you get the insurance of another first-round pick, I should say, in next year's draft. And if you want that type of insurance, you want to be balling with all that ammunition in your pocket, kind of weird thing to bring up while talking about insurance, but you call a guy Mark and hit him up on his email on the screen right now. It's mark@swissins.com. It's Woodward Heavyweights. Welcome back on WoodwardSports.com. Who is that?
It's Jaylen Brown.
Doing blackface?
No, he's wearing a mask because he broke his face.
Is it a full
But they captioned it and they said,
it's his beard.
They said MF Brown, like MF Doom. But if you don't know who MF Doom is,
yeah, get a picture of him, Chris.
Motherfucker Brown.
or JB Casino.
Like, I thought it was funny because like somebody's reading that and they're like, damn, this is motherfucker Brown, bro. I thought it was funny.
I liked it.
Thank you.
No, you're good. I'm out of it. Welcome back to
MF Doom, great rapper, R.I.P.
MF Doom is a great rapper,
He died?
Yeah.
Yeah, he died on Halloween, too.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Halloween of 2020.
He planned that one. Illuminati's real, folks.
You know the creepier part about it?
You remember that thing I sent you, or I sent in the group chat yesterday, where that the plane full of eco-scientists going to East Palestine crashed and they all died?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, bro.
I
swear to God.
It's real.
Yes,
It's real.
yes.
It's confirmed.
Yes.
Chris, I need a screenshot. What? Someone?
I
JB
thought I
sent it
put
to
it in
Chris?
the chat, too.
Yeah, I think both of them.
No, fuck, no. I know we're talking sports. What?
Yeah. There was a plane full of eco-scientists that were going to study the effects of what happened in Ohio with the tanker explosion, and they all died in a plane crash.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way that's real.
Yeah.
It is.
Do you know the shit that's going on? I can't even, there's so much shit bouncing around my head. That's scary as hell.
That is scary.
Was it Chinese spy balloons?
I don't know.
Do they already have control of the plane remotely because everything's made in China? That's no way that's real. I need proof that's real. I don't care. Moving on. Talking sports. Detroit Lions.
Or the guy in Montana missed.
Or maybe he didn't miss. Maybe he didn't miss. If you guys don't know what I'm freaking out about, Spenny just said a plane full of eco-scientists on their way to East Palestine in Ohio, where the explosion and all that chemical and people had to evacuate, Chernobyl, if you will.
To be fair, you're not taking the train there.
Ha ha ha! Thanks for interrupting that. Anyway, a plane full of eco-scientists to go check out what the hell's going on there.
True,
Crashed.
I thought that was pretty funny, Chris.
I'm sorry. I'm like
focused.
Yeah. I'm not even catching. I'm not even picking up.
Epic put it. 5 eco consultants die in twin-engine plane crash in Arkansas.
That was insane.
They're on their way to East Palestine.
Selfishly, greedily, as an RIP, hit the like button. We're moving on.
Maybe Rustin Burke says maybe the government thought it was a balloon.
Joe Biden's. Are you sure, Mr. President? That's a balloon, I swear. All right. Anyway, we were talking about the trade. Sure. I told you guys, I teased it. I'm going to drop the mock draft if we hit 69 likes, just because we're the heavyweights and that's just how we roll.
So now, should we talk about Bobby Wags?
I'm down talking about Bobby Wags, yeah.
So Bobby Wagner was cut today and is on the market. This is a guy who let me get this right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 consecutive seasons has made the All-Pro team, including last year.
Last year he made the All-Pro team?
Yeah, he was All-Pro second team.
He's made
the All-Pro team every year since 2014.
How old is he?
He is, I don't know. I think he's 34.
That's pretty old.
But even last year, he had 140 tackles, 6 sacks, 5 pass defenses.
He's 32.
32.
Holy shit.
Before last year, he was a Pro Bowler in 8 straight seasons.
Don't care about Pro Bowls anymore. Jared Goff ruined that for me this year.
But he's made the All-Pro team every year since 2014. At least
now,
first or second.
That's some shit you hang your nuts on.
Yes.
That's why Sauce Gardner got Rookie of the Year.
He was All-Pro first team 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years in a row. And the past 2 he's been All-Pro second team because of, our guy, Fred Wana. Because
he's got to be cheaper than Trey Edmonds, right?
He's going to be a lot cheaper than Tremaine Edmonds.
How old is Levante David? I feel like he's older. He's like 35 or something. But I don't know, because we talking about Levante David getting money. Like more money. Not more money than Tremaine Edmonds, though. Fudge.
Would you pay Bobby Wagner?
Yeah. 100%. By the way, I don't know if anybody knows this or not. I'm going to double check my damn self. Malcolm, is 5'11"? Right? Bobby Wagner, if I'm not mistaken, is 6 foot.
6 foot.
6 foot. So, like, still a little bit of different build. Like, Bobby's got the long arms and stuff like that.
6 foot, 242.
But still, a little bit compact. That's a perfect kind of type of vet you want Malcolm to learn from.
Exactly.
He had 2 interceptions last year.
Oh, man. You're the Tremaine Edmonds guy. You're hyping that train. That's your... What's up? Who you want?
Up?
Bobby Wagner, Tremaine Edmonds.
He's like, what's up?
What's up? What's up? I would still take Tremaine Edmonds just because I think you can lock him.
But Bobby on a discount.
You can lock him to a longer deal, and he'll be a part of your team for a long time.
Bobby's an All-Pro.
You're signing Bobby Wagner to what, a 2-year deal? At most, a 2-year deal.
If you're competing with Jared Goff before you have to re-sign him, you only have 2 years.
It's true. It's true. I still like Tremaine Edmonds more.
Bobby's cheaper.
Tremaine Edmonds is way young.
How many All-Pros Tremaine Edmonds got?
Almost 10 years younger.
I think 1.
Sure, I think 1.
Fire up the poll, Chris.
All right.
That changes things. I saw the news.
Who would you rather have, Tremaine Edmonds, Bobby Wagner, or Levante David?
Levante David, okay.
Yeah, we've thrown in Levante David?
We can throw Levante David in
there,
too.
I almost want to dismiss him because he's old as hell.
Trey Edmonds has no All-Pro teams.
Bobby made him the last 6 years.
He's got 2 Pro Bowls. 8 years.
He's got to be cheap. He's younger than Levante David, so don't even throw Levante David in there. Actually, you know what? There's some weirdos out there, sure. Levante David's 35, if I'm not mistaken.
You think Bobby Wagner would come to Detroit, though?
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to ring chase.
No, because I don't know how long ago it was. We got somebody from Seattle staff, though, from the Legion of Boom. Levante David's age. Making sure of it. 33. So there's only a 1 year difference. For some reason, I thought he was 35. So throw him in if you want. It don't matter. I ain't tripping. 9 drinks. Eazy just lost his job. Why?
I don't know.
What did I do to lose my job? 9 drinks.
Your message got deleted.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Instead of unpinning it.
Proof is in the pudding for Goff, so he must need to win Super Bowl to even be decent, says Rustin Burks. No, he's decent.
Lane Hartman says, dog, he could ring chase in Detroit.
Exactly. Yes, he can. No.
Pump the brakes a little bit.
He can ring chase in Detroit. The NFC's weak right now. 5th best odds, Spenny.
NFC champions.
Yeah, JB's got him in the Super Bowl.
Champions.
Yeah.
You could ring chase in Detroit.
I think you're going to ring chase somewhere else. What if he goes to the Niners?
What was his deal? How much did he make last year, Bobby Wagner? Bobby Wagner over the cap?
All I know is you look at his numbers, man, and this guy never has bad year.
You want last year's numbers?
His cap hit was $2,500,000.
No, last year he made what, 8.5.
Was that his cap hit though?
No.
The cap hit was 2.5. Oh, million.
Oh no, I apologize. Cap hit was 12.
Dude, in 2021, he had 170 tackles.
2021?
Yeah.
I almost...
In one less game than he played in 2022. 2022, yeah, 140 tackles, six sacks, 2 interceptions, 5 pass defenses, 10 tackles for loss, 10 quarterback pressures, or 10 quarterback hits. Man.
So he made... The actual cap hit was 2.5. But the yearly cash was 7.2. He sounds like he'd be willing to take less that first year. His cap hit was $12 million this year. That's why I had to cut him, obviously. But looks like the cash went up to 11. That's on Spot Track, and then I got over the cap as well.
You guys all want Bobby Wagner, huh?
That's a poll up right now. I mean, that's the All-Pro, right? As recent as last year.
Yeah, it's 32 years old.
That's the guy who won a Super Bowl MVP, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think he won MVP.
Oh, I thought he won MVP. Unless it was KJ Wright. I don't think Russ got it. Because that was the defense. Look it up.
I'm trying to.
Why am I faster at Googling shit than you guys? He was a Senior Bowl MVP, idiot. No, no, I don't think he was the MVP.
No.
Who was the MVP of that year then?
I don't know, but I wouldn't mind it, obviously. I love Bobby Wagner.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, it'd be tough to say I'd want him over Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds is much younger. He's bigger. He has more upside than what Bobby Wagner. You know, Bobby Wagner's, he's going to decline eventually.
Malcolm Smith was MVP.
He's going to be, what, 33 next year?
It's going to be 33 next year. But Levante David is also on the open market this year, coming off a fantastic season. Was 33 within that season.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Bobby is Bobby Wagner. But, I'm with you, too. It obviously makes sense to commit on a longer-term contract to a younger guy. But the thing is, I feel like the older guy is going to be cheaper.
He's definitely going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
And you'll probably sign him to, what, a 2-year deal? Something like that?
Mm-hmm. You said he got it's 60%.
But again, he might not want to come to Detroit.
All right, Joey, 2 times.
He might want to go somewhere that is in legitimate Super Bowl contention.
I do believe that Cincinnati's going to have some money. So maybe Cincinnati could do it. How much? Maybe
Kansas City.
I don't know if he fits their defense, though. But yeah, if you
Buffalo. Buffalo's losing Tremaine Edmonds. They could fill that spot with Bobby Wagner.
That's a good point. But Detroit's just not out of the mix, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, they're definitely not out of the mix, but Tremaine Edmonds is better in coverage.
David Gerard, Woodward Sports Chat, says you don't sign 33-year-old guys unless you're about to win a Super Bowl that same year.
I agree.
Nah, I mean, I think Bobby's got at least 2 of them in there. But again, Detroit Lions, 5th best odds to win the NFC. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I think we all feel that way. We're not saying they're going to, and JB, outside JB, but we're saying it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible for sure.
Are we at 69 likes? 52?
52.
All right.
Let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's, because you can come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win a down payment on your dream home up to $200,000. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, no appointment necessary, because at Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Jumpin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Jumpin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Jumpin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard.
Corner, jumper,
Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
The Sports Marketing Agency.
What up, though, and welcome back to Carol Zuniga and Sean Jordan. More commercials to come soon. Stay right here at WoodwardHeavyweights.com. We're just watching a little bit of interdimensional cable. Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy. That's Spimo Rex.
Yes, I am.
Young Chris in the TD booth. JB Smooth. We're talking a lot of things today. We're talking about Detroit Lions trading back in the draft, which linebacker was in need, but maybe it's not because they signed Bobby Wagner because he just got cut by the Rams. We're talking about who they should be trading back with. You think between Atlanta and Carolina, because they're right there, you can pick the cornerback that you want. I've kind of sealed myself into Washington because you're getting another first-round pick next year, and I think it's a possibility they end up with the first overall pick. And even if they don't get it, man, you can still use your extra first-round pick to move up, get what you want in that draft.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right hand up. Who are we?
The Commanders. Am I tripping? Does that just make sense? Hemi landing to the Commanders next year? I can just picture it. Maybe because he goes to USC, he's already playing in red. Caleb Williams, I'm talking about.
I can see the Commanders being shit next year.
And if they get Caleb Williams, they got a couple weapons. Who's the guy that made the Pro Bowl over Amon-Ra initially? I'm thinking of
Scary Terry.
Yeah, I like Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, me too.
I always talk shit to my buddy Rodney. He's a big fantasy guy, and like we beefed it out over because he was who's the guy with the Colts? Michael
Pittman.
Yep. I said Terry McLaurin because of Wentz, although Wentz didn't start the whole season. But McLaurin helped me win that, so that's why.
I think Terry McLaurin's better than Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman's good though.
Fantasy wise, for sure. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right, Bobby Wags. If you guys don't know, 7 more likes. I'm going to drop my mock draft, but before we get into that, we skipped a lot of these. Tyreek Hill said he'd like to play with Jared Goff.
He did. Can you throw that quote up, Chris?
Yeah. We are the Jared Goff.
He was playing Fortnite with Ninja's brother, I think.
What's this guy, Blevins or something?
Yeah, something Blevins. Bearded Blevins.
Quote.
And they asked him about it, and he said, I like Jared Goff. If I had the option to go play with him, with Jared Goff, I'd go play with him. So is that like, I don't know. How does that make you feel? You think he's lying? Because he's playing with Lions fans?
All right.
Or he just knows he doesn't have a quarterback?
I'm going to stay labeled a hater. Maybe I just am. Maybe I just have to accept it. I am for what I am. Maybe I'm a hater. All right, but
you are who you.
I wish we could have played the video. There might have been some copyright. Can we play a video? It's from Twitch. I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably copyright thing from that one.
Yeah.
You saw the video, right? He's playing the game. He's like, "Yeah, I love Jared Goff. Yeah, I'd love to play with him." Like, you think he meant it?
I mean, yeah, you can. Like, people aren't. Not everybody has ADD. Easy. Like, you can do multiple things
for sure. But you saw the video.
Yes.
Did he look engaged in the conversation or engaged in?
I mean, he was answering the question. He wasn't doing anything crazy. He was just like he was just like getting materials and shit. Just getting mats. It's not like he was in a fight.
Oh, you watched the actual stream?
No, I just watched the video.
Yeah, the video didn't show what the hell he was doing.
It showed what they were doing. Yeah,
it did? It could have been showing random shit. You be watching Family Guys, it's got fucking mazes going on in the bottom.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
So it keeps you locked into it.
But maybe Tyreek shooting at Goff. Because
he might be on the
shout
market.
out mashed potato brother in Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
He might be done.
That's true.
I was talking to Mads about that in the bank. I was like, you think Tua's going to play again? And he was like, yeah, probably, but like he could get knocked out as soon as he does. So maybe Tua's hanging him up. Maybe they're going after Goff.
Maybe you shoot a shot at Goff.
I'd rather shoot my shot at Tyreek. Like, you think Tyreek and Waddle?
Take me out to dinner,
baby. Take me out to dinner. Hey, yo.
That makes sense. Maybe shooting a shot at Goff. Yeah. I mean, I'll be real about it.
He's going to be a free agent.
Jay Goff?
Yeah, in 2 years.
Or trade. Because like the Dolphins did a little bit of a fuck them picks too.
Yeah.
I think they traded the first round to get my man from Denver.
Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Bradley Chubb.
And I didn't think he was ever that sweet.
He's good.
But first round, you give up a first round pick for this guy.
Definitely helped playing alongside Von Miller. Like,
yeah,
that'll make you look a lot better.
Even when he's with Von Miller, I feel like he wasn't doing shit.
Yeah.
I feel like he's one of those guys that's always hurt. Which in football you're gonna get hurt.
Rita says Goff for Tyreek trade.
Yo, straight up, that'd be sick. That'd be nice. I can't disrespect Jared Goff like he's not good enough to play with Tyreek Hill. He is. I mean, Tua Tagovailoa can get the ball to Tyreek Hill, okay? Jared Goff can do it too. I'm not. I'll be real about it. What are you gonna say, Chris?
I was gonna say, is there any beef, any like minor beef with J-Mo and Tyreek over the whole fast thing? I didn't.
There's going. I mean, once J-Mo, let's be real about it. J-Mo's got to create a name for himself outside of Detroit.
Yeah.
He had obviously draft buzz because everyone's talking to everybody in the draft because they want to sound or just be educated on who may be picked. J-Mo he's got to prove it. You got to be on that level because as of now, Tyreek's like who's this kid?
Yeah. But I think
Super Bowl champion here.
I think regardless, isn't it cool that whether it's a Goff thing or a Detroit thing, that this is now like two pretty high-profile players that have said, "Yeah, Detroit," and have kind of flirted with us a little bit. It's nice to get this. It's nice to get this attention.
Yeah, it's nice to get flirted with.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like that traffic cop.
Yeah,
it's nice to get flirted with.
Got stopped by.
Nice to have
stop by.
Nice to have your car after the show too.
Yeah. You still there? Did you check?
No, I didn't. What do you mean? You're right here with me.
I can't remember, bro. I got ADD.
How do you?
I got mashed potato brains. You expect me to remember everything?
I can tell right now.
I can't remember my own name sometimes.
Jesus.
I wake up and I don't know where I am. I get scared. That's why I got an emotional sport dog.
Wheezy D313 in the Woodward Sports chat. He says, I love how that Goff deep ball to Chark changed everyone's narrative. Everyone's narrative what? I don't want to attack this the wrong way.
The best throw Goff made all year was to Khalif Raymond. The one to DJ Chark was nice. I know which one you're talking about. Or is he talking about the one against the Bills? Oh, yeah, that's probably... Well, no, because the narrative was that he can't. So I'm guessing he's saying the one...
But he missed the one on the Bills. Oh, yeah, you're saying...
He said change the narrative.
No, he ran the wrong route.
But some people... change the narrative because some people tell you that Goff has a great deep arm. This is not the case.
Yeah, I don't know which one he's talking about.
Clarify, Weezy D. 313.
Apologize.
Don't come
now
on.
I got Mrs. Officer stuck in my head.
Where we at? 5 more likes.
So
he's holding out. So,
but how? That would be so wild though. Like Tyreek Hill and Jameson Williams on the same field.
Yeah.
With Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah, you can just literally. One of them's gonna throw it as far as you can. One of them's gonna run under it.
That's so true. In that case, I probably would trap Anthony Richardson because he's got a cannon.
Oh, Weezy D is saying, he's saying beginning of the season, no arm strength. Goff's gonna waste J-Mo.
Now people change narrative.
People are changing the narrative. I don't know who is technically really.
I've asked the question. I don't think he'll be fully utilized. I mean, you saw in the Jets game, but also after the Jets game, you saw some chemistry stuff too with
I think like
Goff missing him on like little slants. But that's a chemistry thing. I'm not. If I was a real Goff hater, I'd say Goff is trash. That's why he couldn't get those balls. But I recognize that as a chemistry thing because that's within Goff's range. You see him make those throws to Reynolds, Raymond, Chark all the time. Like,
it takes time. It's going to take time for them to get on the same page.
Deep ball was just come on.
Yeah, we talked about how. The guy's faster than anybody he's ever played with. So it's going to take time for him to figure out how to throw him the ball.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's this summer. And hopefully the first play from scrimmage next year is a 70-yard touchdown to Jameson Williams.
Because it works both ways, right? Like, J-Mo's going to learn Goff's range.
Joe Montana didn't have a strong arm. I don't give a shit about Joe Montana.
Joe Montana!
Respectfully, I don't.
I'll call Maz. I'll have Maz verify that one for me. Yeah. But, I lost the hell. Oh, no, Goff and J-Mo are going to get on chemistry. He's going to... You know what J-Mo can do. It's just that J-Mo's got to learn what Goff can.
Yes.
That's a hater-ass take. I said that just to piss people off. J-Mo's got to know when to slow down so he can catch up Jared Goff's ball behind him. But it is what it is.
Jamcat says, do you think Clayton Tune is a better backup than Nate Sudfeld? Yes.
Who is a better backup
than
Nate Sudfeld? Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Mm-hmm. All day.
Nate Sudfeld sucks.
Here's the thing with me, too, is like, take the flyer. You saw what just happened with Brock Purdy this year?
Party.
Dak Prescott.
Mike White.
Tom Brady.
Russell
Wilson. Take the flyer. If I have a guy that's just as garbage, I don't care how long he's been in the league. He's just as garbage.
Yeah.
We saw Tim Boyle.
Nate Sudfeld, Tim Boyle, David Blau, those guys are never going to be anything in the league.
It can't be much worse.
They're never going to be anything in the league. Like, at least
it really can't.
Take a shot at a guy in the 6th or 7th round that could be something. I like Clayton too. He was my first, like, when I did my first mock draft this year a long time ago, I took Clayton too. And then I saw Russ took Clayton too as well. I was like, all right.
Russ.
I did something right.
Oh. You did a mock draft for this year, last year?
No.
Or we thought he was coming out?
This was like in the beginning of the year.
Oh.
Like beginning of mock draft season.
What round was it?
I just did one. It was like 6th, I think. 5th or 6th.
Yeah. That's about where he's been at in today's mock draft. By the way, I don't know if it's like a premium feature for PFF, but you could actually like use the sliders for like...
Yeah.
Like I took my mock draft we got coming up. Shout out to guys in the Woodward Sports chat. We're on the cusp of 69 likes, and that's where I'm dropping that mock draft. But I changed the sliders, obviously random all the way down.
Bro said Cooper Rush. You a big Cooper Rush fan?
I didn't say Cooper Rush. I said Brock Purdy. I said Russell Wilson. I said...
Oh, no. R.J. Graham said...
Cooper Rush.
But if we can land Wagner
Cooper Rush
in the offseason.
What's the guy in New England who whooped the shit out of us?
Bailey Zappi.
Bailey Zappi.
Take the flyer.
He's sauce touch.
Take the flyer. You just never know.
Baby goat.
Baby goat.
While Tom Brady was in New England, what Bill Belichick keep doing? Matt Castle. What he got? Jimmy G. Guess what he did? Matt Castle got traded. He got drafted chip back for.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy G got traded. He got draft capital back for. Take the flyer.
Dad Castle.
Matt Castle? I thought Matt Castle was going to be sweet.
Yeah, me too. Honestly.
I liked Matt Castle.
I mean, he had, like an 11-win year? Led him to the playoffs when Brady got hurt?
Yeah.
He had a good year.
9 drinks. Easy. I have an ice shanty you can live in for a little while you're on temporary leave. Who's 9? Is 9 drinks someone we know?
I don't know. I don't think so.
All right. We're dropping the mock draft. We're coming back. I think you guys will be... Maybe some people will be surprised. Maybe some people won't. I'm fully prepared to defend most of these people. Not all of them.
Let me tell you about Custom Health Centers, because if you're disgustingly overweight and out of shape like I am, you might need the help of Custom Health Centers. Our very own Ryan Ermanni enlisted the help of Custom Health Centers, and he went from Corey Spaghetti to Corey Maggette. But in all seriousness, Ryan Ermanni did enlist the help of Custom Health Centers and is down upwards of 20 pounds. You can do the same. Call them at 844-789-8446. That's 844-789-8446. Call Custom Health Centers today and let them help you lose some weight.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spinball Rex.
Hello.
You know, Chris in the TD booth, JB Smooths in the 1s and 2s. Guys, feel free to call in. We'll be talking Detroit Lions trading back and who should trade back with. We'll be talking Bobby Wagner to the Detroit Lions, weighing that versus Levante David, who's a free agent, as well as Tremaine Edmonds. But he's a big Tremaine Edmonds guy. But it's time to talk about.
I like him a lot.
Filling those positions through the draft. Spenny,
oh God!
You did your mock draft earlier this week.
I did.
You took Gonzalez.
Yes.
You did a trade.
Yeah, I traded back to 8.
Disqualified.
It's not that crazy.
Not that crazy, but I just don't do them. You can't guarantee those things.
Cool.
They can't guarantee.
Disqualified. You didn't do a trade. Disqualified.
Doesn't count. What up?
Let the record show you're a bigger man for not doing the trade.
Nice fat joke you slipped in there.
No, it wasn't a fat joke.
Nice. Thanks, Chris.
I am the big
I have
one.
been hitting Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
What did you get? What's the grade? I don't care about the grade.
A minus.
A minus?
Yeah.
Nice. Good for you. I didn't mean it that type of way. You just laughed and admitted that way. All right, throw it up there, Chris.
All right.
Let's do this team.
Bam.
Oh, #1.
Wow. Yeah, you're going to get hated
With
for
the
sure.
6th overall pick. The Detroit Lions select
Put in that preset.
quarterback out of Ohio State, CJ Stroud. How you feel?
25 sitting on 25 mil. I think might be a little bit of a reach. No, I don't know.
A reach?
I'm just kidding. A reach. Reach. But I think
Sound like Scooby Doo having an orgasm.
that's what I was going for. But I don't know. A lot of people are not gonna like that. There's already. Oh yeah, here it is. You're already getting it. Ew, peace out, have a great night. Knew he drafted a quarterback, dead. Barf, disgusting, barf, ridiculous. Heck no to Ohio State QB. Oh man, new nickname, bad take easy, C grade.
I didn't even get to go down the list. I know JB hates CJ Stroud. Lucas hates CJ Stroud too, surprisingly enough. Ohio State guy.
I'm not a fan of CJ Stroud. I'm just saying. I mean, if he's the best option there, then take him. But other than that, then yeah, I would have passed on him.
It's what it is for me. I don't think he's going to be there.
You're getting grilled.
Let him grill. I don't care. What's winning in the NFL are these rookie deals. Like it or not, that's what's winning in the NFL. What do you mean except for this year? No, look at the teams over the playoffs.
Well, I mean,
Patrick Mahomes
won.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes was the oldest quarterback in the AFC playoff. He's 27, Spencer.
Yeah.
This is the trend of the NFL. The salary cap suggests so.
Bozo pick, says RJ.
I'll let it be a bozo pick. Here's the thing, too.
Okay, Stetson Bennett in the 3rd round would be a stupid pick. Tyrone Cason. I'm sorry.
Let me make this case for CJ Stroud real
Bennett.
quick. All right, because I used to hate the comps to Jared Goff. I think
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, I hate it. That's not at all. Goff used to throw a better deep ball. I would say that.
Similar weaknesses.
Like what? CJ Stroud can run.
Like they both kind of fold under pressure when they get some pressure in their face. They're kind of one-read guys.
I'm here to dismiss that today. Fuck that.
Did you watch CJ Stroud play football?
I did. Did you watch Patrick Mahomes play football in college?
Yeah.
He came up short a couple times, huh?
Yeah, but I watched CJ Stroud literally get scared and happy feet when he gets rushed and not know how to make his reads.
I think those are things that Ben Johnson can fix. I think he's fixed a lot of things in Jared Goff. I think the guy he has underneath him as well as his offensive what the hell's the position called? Passing coordinator.
Tanner
Strand. If he gets promoted to offensive coordinator, then he can't interview with another team, become so on and so forth. He sticks around with us. He continues to develop those same things. CJ Stroud I think he's a good prospect. I think he's more mobile than people think. You saw it in the Rutgers game. You saw him ball out against Georgia's defense. Ohio State.
No,
it was Georgia.
Yeah.
That's a damn good defense. That was a big moment for him to shrink in. He didn't shrink. It ultimately came down to a field goal that was makeable. But it was the biggest doink we've seen since the video was going around on Twitter.
Stupid shank, yeah. Stupid shank.
C.J. Stroud, and that's a big fucking moment, was it not?
Yeah, but
dude was balling.
When he's got pressure in his face, is what I'm saying. Like,
guess what the Detroit Lions have?
A good offensive line.
A damn good offensive line.
Yeah.
People are gonna be surprised. It's one of the things we have to wait on. Whatever.
All right, let's see what else you got.
All right, pick 18. No trades. Be a man about it. No trades in these mock drafts. Who'd I get? Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Still got one of the cornerbacks, one of the threes that I think is the best in this draft class. Quite possibly could end up being the best. He may not even be there at that spot. I know you like my second round pick.
I do.
And
I like both of your second round picks.
Number one, you say his name because I hate saying
Sika
it.
Ika.
I just worried about the one on screen.
That, honestly, but.
You're fine. Sika Ika was in the second round. We need an interior defensive lineman. Because here's the thing, I was able to get a quarterback of the future. I was able to get a quarterback on a rookie deal and a quarterback of the future. The three biggest needs, Spenny, for this team were interior defensive lineman, linebacker, and cornerback. I got a cornerback in Joey Porter Jr. that you like, correct?
Yes.
Got a defensive lineman that you like in Sika Ika, right?
Yes.
And personally, I probably would have taken Keanu Benton there, but I just saw that obviously Sika Ika was ranked ahead of him, and maybe for a reason. Maybe he's everything Spencer thinks he's going to be. I think he's going to be good. Trenton Simpson with pick 55.
That's a good pick.
You need a linebacker, right?
Yeah.
Is this guy not considered the number one linebacker in the draft class?
Yeah.
Who's the number two linebacker in this draft class?
Probably Drew Sanders.
Guess what Drew Sanders used to play as well? Edge rusher.
Yeah.
That's a
Jack Campbell might be number two, but
Jack Campbell could be some people's number two. That's fair. That's fair. I've heard a lot of Drew Sanders hype, but he's also a former edge rusher, so that's not even like I could use him multiple ways. You know what I'm saying? You like that NASCAR front you saw this year out of AG?
Yeah.
That's something you get Drew Sanders for, and if he ends up being great as a linebacker, great. I have him and Trenton Simpson. Outside of that, this is the name I told you guys I'm not going to be able to speak on.
Antonio Maffi.
Yeah.
Where did he play college?
UCLA. I got you a fat guard out of UCLA. I feel like they're pretty good out there. I don't know. Where did Rashawn Slater play? UCLA?
Rashawn Slater.
Do you know JB? Either way, I feel like it's UCLA.
It might have been.
And he turned out pretty good. So the people want to say, Ohio State quarterbacks are bad. UCLA offensive linemen, in my mind, are pretty good because I feel like Rashawn Slater.
It's funny because I'm looking at the PFF one on the computer.
Northwestern.
God damn it!
I'm looking at the PFF one on the computer.
I knew that.
And it gave you all A's and B's for every selection except that one. They gave you a C.
Yeah, my overall grade was a B minus. With my last pick, I got another cornerback because why not?
Should I do one right now?
Cam Ward out of Ohio State. I'm gonna look at the comments.
Your overall grade was a B plus, actually.
A B plus.
Yeah.
Listen, I addressed every position of need, and I locked and loaded a rookie deal with a guy who, quite honestly, may be the number one overall pick in this year's draft class. Anthony Richardson was a bit of a reach when you saw him as the number one overall pick in, what was that, CBS mock draft? C.J. Stroud, would you be surprised if C.J. Stroud was the number one overall pick in this year's class? JB?
Number one overall?
Yeah.
Nah.
Like you wouldn't be surprised, or you would?
I mean, I would be surprised if he's one overall, but then again, I would probably be more surprised with the Anthony Richard pick if he was first overall.
I feel like C.J. Stroud's always there at 6 in these mock drafts, though.
I can't pass that up, man.
He's been there.
Yeah.
I can't pass that opportunity up. I really can't.
Joey 2 times said D minus.
That's all right. PFF got me a B plus. I got the proof. Chris, you want to grab that screenshot at some point? I don't even care what the PFF grade is. I address every position in need. Interior defensive lineman, cornerback, linebacker. And arguably the best pieces at those positions outside of, obviously, defensive tackle.
Yeah.
I like it. If Brad Holmes did that outside of Mafia, because I don't know who the fuck that is, I'd be happy. Got people's guard. Every position I need, Spenny. What is your overall grade?
My overall grade on yours?
Yeah.
Probably B plus. I mean, it's a lot of people are downgrading it because they hate C.J. Stroud. But I mean, if you get C.J. Stroud, it's not like that's a bad pick.
I love when people are on the Woodward Sports chat. I love getting feedback. Call in. I want to have an actual discussion. I say Epic, that I respect a lot, with a D. Joey 2 times with D minus. I've seen some of your mock drafts, brother. You were one that doubted Malcolm Rodriguez. Don't forget. Call in, please. I want to have the discussion. I don't understand how that is anything less than that.
Yeah, you didn't take a running back.
That is the one thing I did miss. And I could have got that in the 7th round or 6th round. I think that's the last pick the Detroit Lions have. But I mean, I got the guy who broke Barry Sanders' record coming back.
Oh, now you love Jamal Williams, huh?
There was one
because it helps your mock draft look better.
No, we can still. I mean,
pushing his own agenda.
If I were to power rank the positions that translate to the NFL the easiest, I'd probably go receiver, running back, then probably O-line.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
So, like, yeah, you want a running back for the future, but I have the opportunity to do that next year. I already have both DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams this year.
Jeff Berg gave you a B-. Aaron S. gave you an F-.
It's literally, it can't be anything less than a B. It really
Zanqua
can't.
gave you a C.
Personally, I would say A. But it can't be anything less than a B. I
It's
literally
crazy
fulfilled.
that PFF has you as the best grade.
I create me A+. But
you'd be hating on PFF and they gave you a better grade than our own fans. Shake my head.
No, I would give that at least A. But I listen, the people that are going to throw an F in there, the people going to throw a D, I want you to put a comma or semicolon, and then I want you to put the 3 top positions of need. Because I guarantee you it's linebacker, cornerback, interior defensive lineman. And I got you a linebacker. 2 linebackers. Quite possibly the number 1 and 2 prospect of the linebacker position in this year's class. A lot of people are saying at least. And I got you
hating on it because of
arguably.
CJ Stroud. That's why they're hating on it.
That's not logical though. I got everything else you need.
I know. I agree.
And a rookie deal.
Greg winning. I hate Greg gave you a G-.
Hell yeah. Gangsters.
Greg Gangster.
Greg
Weezy
James
D,
put the team on the
313
back
the guard. Yeah, I don't know about the guard line, too, to be honest. I don't know who that is. But he's big and light skinned, so he's probably a good guard. What are you doing?
Huh?
What's wrong with your jaw? What was that? Don't pretend like you weren't just doing something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You were doing that. Oh, I'm cutting that multicolor now. Let's go on Twitter. Yeah.
I just do it sometimes to crack my jaw.
Oh. JB, what do you grade the draft?
Solid B+.
Thanks, man.
Spenny shrank. How did I shrink?
You're losing weight. Compliment.
I think he's saying I shrank because I'm not attacking you for the mock draft, which I don't think is terrible.
You really can't. It's a B at the minimum.
Everybody's giving you bad grades because you took CJ Stroud. That's the reason.
And he was the one that was there. I did one that where Will Levis was the guy there. I'm keeping G real with you because I restarted the fucking draft. I'll put a CJ Stroud there. I ain't putting Will Levis there. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Because the same logic would apply for me though.
Chuck Brewer says CJ gives you an F.
And it's crazy too because like Jared Goff still gets to compete this year as a starting quarterback of the Detroit Lions while this kid grooms under him. You can't even say that word anymore.
Yeah.
Discord moderators ruined everything.
David Gerald, David Gerald.
The Lions need to draft starters for next 2 drafts in the first and second round. A QB would be a stretch this year. He's going to be a starter. Maybe as soon as the next year. And guess what? You trade Jared Goff to Miami Dolphins because their star receiver, Tyreek Hill, wants him. Loves him.
Wants him. I love you. I want you. We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
They got a kid that actually went to a group from Michigan, Wilkins, the defensive tackle.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Christian Wilkins.
Yeah.
He's dark.
He really well against us.
Let me tell you about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm gives you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as possible. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT right now and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Got to double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @centronworld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Hi.
Hey.
What's going on?
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
How the hell you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
How the hell are you? Put it there, bud.
Have you seen that episode when SpongeBob gets normal?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
When SpongeBob turned white.
He did turn white.
Into a 4-year-old white man.
Turned white as shit.
Oh, man.
Hi, how are you?
Actually, Stick's pretty cool for 40. Well, he's had some...
Stick's got hood tendencies.
Yeah. So 50-year-old white man. How about that one? There you go.
Not 70, though.
So a couple comments based on the draft. Joey 2 times. Again, Joey.
Joe.
I want your grade.
Joe.
Yeah, Joseph. Little Joey. I want your grade.
Joseph twice.
A semicolon. And the 3 top positions needed for the Detroit Lions. All right. R.J. Graham. He gives it a B-. His 3 top positions, he gave us 4. Defensive tackle, cornerback, guard, running back. The only thing I didn't address was the running back. Weezy says, not real. I manipulated the board for all those players to drop.
Honestly, it kind of seems like that.
Honestly, for Drew Sanders to be there right after...
yeah, and Trenton Simpson to be there at 55.
Yeah. He's been there for like a lot of people at 55.
Yeah.
Booner and Lucas did theirs, and I think he was there for both those guys as well. And the crazy part is, Chris, if you can, the screenshot of the actual draft is in there too. If you want to grab that.
Yeah, I got it already.
Oh, okay. You throw it up there? Look at the grade they gave me for drafting Trent Simpson at 55.
Oh.
Was it a B-?
Yeah.
1 second. I cleared it. I got to re-download it.
Oh,
I had it, and
That's
I
cool.
got rid of
Chris.
it.
That's cool, man.
Jesus.
I got rid of it because he got a better one. So
Again, Joey 2 times. The grade.
Give me 2 seconds.
Semicolon. Top 3 positions of need. I'd love for it. I'd come on. I'm giving you the rookie deal. That is winning in the NFL. That's irrefutable. That's happening.
Yeah.
That's a thing. And then I'm also addressing every single position in need. The only one you could probably be a little bit upset with.
Jim Cat says defensive tackle, cornerback, and quarterback.
Here's a Trent Simpson pick. Now we're off the topic.
B+.
Oh, they gave me B- for Drew Sanders. A B- for Drew Sanders at 91?
Yeah.
I feel like that's... yeah.
81.
So the people who don't like it, I assume, just don't like C.J. Stroud and or just
100%.
love the taste of Jared Goff's semen. One or the other.
I'd say it's a little bit of both.
A little mixture of both.
Yeah, a little mixture
Truffle
of both.
butter.
A little truffle butter in there.
A little bit of truffle butter on that one.
Stirred up, poured on top. You know.
I mean, it's, again, see, the beef, I guess, one, obviously Michigan fans, heavy in the chat. Don't like C.J. Stroud, Ohio State guy. 2, hashtag clomp sauce in the chat. I'm playing. Can't have a black quarterback for the Detroit Lions?
Yeah.
Stroud has been projected to be the number 1 overall pick at times. It's been projected for teams to trade up for him. Bryce Young stuff, he's great as a player, but then he's a guy that's just smaller in stature. That's a 17-game season, and then he has to last the playoffs on top of that. I love what? Someone's on the line?
JP just hit one of these.
Okay, Lucas was leaving. I think he was. I like Stroud, and I think he can run. And who's the best defense in college football this year?
He can't play in the cold. Well, good thing the Lions play in a dome.
Yeah. Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
What's his name from this commercial?
Yeah.
Jared Goff's great in the cold. Proved in that Jets game. Stellar.
He said he's not a Goff fan, though. He said don't even love Goff. He can't play in the cold. So he might be talking about Goff.
Goff can't play in the cold.
He might be talking about Goff.
He did play well in the Green Bay game.
Kool-Aid Kid likes your draft.
There's just no way you can't. Who's the best defense in college football, though?
Georgia.
C.J. Stroud, 23 of 34, 348 yards and 4 touchdowns against him. No turnovers, by the way.
Yeah.
That's the best defense in college football. Come on. I don't know. I'm cool with it. Someone said everybody else in the network's drafted C.J. Stroud, too. Who else drafted C.J. Stroud?
I don't know.
Everybody else.
Yeah, I didn't, but I guess not everybody.
Did anybody draft C.J. Stroud today?
Maz did.
Maz did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He took him first, though.
Didn't Braylon did Braylon get him as well?
I don't think Braylon did. I think Braylon took somebody else.
Gonzalez, I think you said, right?
It might have been Gonzalez, or it might have been
Murphy.
Porter. It might have been Porter. I'm not
Porter.
sure. But yeah, Maz took him first at 6 because he wanted a quarterback. He went full offense, though, so.
He went full offense?
Yeah.
Maz went full.
Jokingly?
No way.
No, like, that's just what he wanted. His idea was to get fresh, new rookie offensive players in the draft, but then address the defense through free agency because you have a ton of money there.
Full offense for how many rounds?
4.
What?
Yeah.
4?
So he made 5 picks, all offense?
4 or 5 picks. I can't remember.
Well, it's 5. It would be 5.
Patrick O'Fear said Braylon took CJ.
Oh, he did? Oh, I couldn't remember, but yeah.
D+, Weezy D313, Black QB, 2 mobile, 3 Jake Moody. What?
He wants Jake Moody #1 overall, I guess.
Damn. What's wrong with black? A black quarterback just won the Super Bowl.
It's true.
The guy playing against is black too.
That's true.
Well, come on, guys. And Stroud can run better than what people think.
That's pretty clown sausage.
That was definitely a clown sauce comment. I see Joey still doesn't understand instructions. Again, the grade, semicolon, then 3 top positions of need, and then we can have a discussion from there. I'm gonna roll you heavyweights both at the same time. Next time I see you, that's epic. Epic says I love the way Eazy feels himself. I don't feel myself as much as I feel that draft.
I don't mind.
It's
the draft.
fucking logical as fuck.
I'm not in love with CJ Stroud, and I would have loved
Yeah.
that pick, but since he couldn't trade down, and he's there, like if you can't trade, and he's there, you don't pass on him.
Who do you think? If you had to put $100 down today, who is the first quarterback off the board?
Bryce Young.
You still think Bryce Young?
Yes.
Chris?
I was going to... yeah, I'd go with that too. But I was going to ask a question. So, which of the quarterbacks, realistically, assuming Bryce Young is for sure off the board, we know one will be there. Who is the one that's most likely to be there? Is it Anthony Richardson or is it C.J. Stroud, in your guys' opinion?
It's going to be one of those top 3
What?
quarterbacks that will be there for the Lions.
Which one
I mean,
gets-
obviously Anthony Richardson's going to be there for sure,
Yeah.
but it's more than likely going to be Stroud or Levis that will be there as well.
In which
Probably
he was.
Stroud.
But I think Stroud has a pretty ball. I think Stroud's played in a pro-style offense.
Which one gets a better package as far as trade?
Hey, yo.
As far as trade?
I don't know.
Like, if I'm trading them away?
Yeah.
Oh, like if
you're
the Lions are there and they're
Yeah.
sitting there, probably the same. Because that whoever's making the trade is,
Bryce Young's only
they feel the type of way.
5'6", so
That's true.
And
really
I was
tiny.
a Bryce Young guy. Like during the regular season, I wanted Bryce Young. I was giving you a 30 for 30 speech.
Sean Stanley said I'd rather have Stroud than Young, to be honest.
That's where I'm leaning, Spenny.
Really?
Really? Listen.
Really?
Hear me out. Who's played in cold weather games? Although maybe it wasn't great against Rutgers.
CJ Stroud.
And I have to look at the rest of them. I'll pull up the cold weather game numbers. But newsflash, a lot of quarterbacks play bad in cold weather. It's shitty weather to be throwing a football.
Guess what, asshole?
But I lost my train of
I've
thought.
been lying the whole time.
No, but I brought it up the other day too. Like CJ Stroud, you think CJ Stroud, I apologize. Bryce Young, you think he plays well in the cold weather? He was SEC school guy. He doesn't have the biggest arm. He's just a baller. He's
a gamer.
And can we just stop doing this? By the way, I liked it initially. I'm like, it connected to me in my brain.
What, being 5'6"?
No. Yeah. People's the pro comp. That was nice. Zinga! The pro comp for Bryce Young. I don't even know it's not a pro comp, but I've been hearing a lot of analysts call him Steph Curry. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
He's not going to revolutionize the quarterback position.
Like, what the fuck?
Steph Curry revolutionized the NBA.
And it's a different sport. Like, what do you mean, Steph Curry? He's not fucking shooting 3-pointers.
Yeah.
Like, you're
Bryce
grabbing
Young,
boards.
the things I like about
what the fuck
Bryce
does it
Young,
even mean, Steph Curry?
Joey mentioned his sack avoidance is very good. He's very good in the pocket, moving around the pocket, avoiding tacklers. He has a good deep ball. He is a gamer. He shows up when he's needed, and he does a lot of film study. He puts his all into shit. He's dedicated. He's there for it. The only bad thing is that he's 5'6" and 190 pounds. Like,
and you've heard about people say it too. Like Kyler's like short in stature, correct?
But he's got the thick legs.
Yeah, that boy thick.
Thick.
Bryce Young's not that.
Boy, booty looking like an onion.
I made the argument. That's wild.
Like an onion on a midget.
Hey, yo!
Who says that? It's a rap. Oh, Schoolboy Q says that in the song.
After the combine, I bet you C.J. Stroud's probably the number. He's probably kind of already the number 2
says like the
quarterback off the
clip on
board.
a chopper, like the booty on a midget or something like that.
Oh my!
Don't remember that bar.
Oh, who's Rob Ring? Is it talked about on the other show?
What?
Rob Ring.
I don't know. We'll talk about it
Fox?
next.
All right.
First, I'll tell you
Rob Ring's
guys about
quarterback
Big Boy. Because Seafood Fest is back, hey Big Boy, catch it while you can. Some favorites during Lent, like the Shrimp Alfred, Shrimp Stir Fry, and New Fish Sandwich. Go to your local Big Boy today. Don't forget the all-you-can-eat fish fry buffet on Friday nights. Make sure you check out Big Boy and satisfy those taste buds.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms, trained and certified tanning professionals are available. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals where they beat all competitors by $5.
$6?
No, $5.
$5?
We go through this every day. Don't forget to pick up the Australian Gold, the Designer Skin, the Cow Tan, and Swedish Beauty Lotions. ChiliPeppersTanning.com, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. Once again, y'all, it's ChiliPeppersTanning.com. Check it out, Rip.
Tell your dad, tell your mom.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button. Thank you for joining us. I'm looking for the bad grades. What?
Patrick O'Frey, I said Bryce Young's 5'5". He said, but maybe he is young. Maybe he's still growing. It's that growth spurt after Bryce Young gets drafted. Hits the growth spurt, comes into camp. He's 6'3".
I'm looking for some of these grades. I saw a C- from, I forget, I want to find it. The rest of them are B's, which again, that's why I said you can't, there's no way this is like lower than a B. And so I have a C- for my guy, Patty Grimes. He's an OG, been watching since the Woodward Heavyweights were on their own YouTube channel. Defensive tackle, so C- was the grade. And Patty, I pray you're still listening because I want to have a conversation about this. But C- was the grade, and his position needs was defensive tackle, corner, linebacker, and running back. Okay. So my defensive tackle, can you put the draft up there real quick?
Yeah.
Which, just the widescreen one. Yeah. Spenny, what's your grade for the defensive tackle pick in this draft?
I mean, I love it. A lot of people aren't going to love it as much as I do, but I'd say a B+.
Okay, and then, so that's one of his positions. You got to be plus. Patty, if you're still there, play along. What do you grade C. Kaika as a defensive tackle prospect? Number 2 was corner, which I grabbed Joey Porter. Patty Grimes, again, if you're Woodward Sports Chat, grade what he is as a pick.
I'd say A-.
Okay, A- from you. And then linebacker, Trenton Simpson and Drew Sanders.
I'd say B+, A- for combined.
Patty Grimes, again, if you're in the chat still, grade those picks. Because, again, those are there.
Bryce Young is 3 Chris Necks tall.
What?
Yeah, Bryce Young is the size of 3 Chris Necks. Bryce Young's 5'2".
Shout out Dabber.
Again, I see Joey wants to play, but he doesn't know how to play by the rules. Your grade.
He said he graded it low because
no, we're not reading it until he plays by the rules.
Because you took advantage of the jacked up mock draft settings.
Motherfucker's getting 15 first-round picks straight back, and he's pick 9. I'm the one taking advantage of the jacked up settings. I got 1
first-round pick, right?
I played the game by the rules, Joseph. What the fuck do you mean? I literally took random and took it all the way down.
Yeah, you turn. What I did is I turned randomness all the way down.
And I put position and need in.
Positional value. I put it like one below the highest, and I put draft for need at the highest.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do draft for need highest, and then position of value at the high, like both. I do the same, but at the middle.
Yeah.
And I put randomness all the way down. He's mad because I played the game by the rules. I don't.
Not supposed to do that.
I guess so. I have a C+ from whoever else. Easy cheating. Oh, Easy got nothing to say now. What do you mean? I literally just said something. Maybe it's chat on delay. I don't fucking understand.
I don't know. I think it was a good draft.
I think it's a good draft too.
What's that draft over there say?
So this is a draft. This kind of helps my case, but this is quarterback rankings from Rob Riggle on Fox College Football. Number 1, Bryce Young, top 5 player. This is like a perspective of him. Number 2, C.J. Stroud. So if you get C.J. Stroud,
I mean, yeah, that's
6,
what it's been consensusly.
So getting the number 2 best.
Mel Kiper loves Will Levis because he puts mayo in his coffee, and he's a weirdo like Mel Kiper.
Probably. This one is NFL draft first overall pick odds. Who do you think has? Give me your top 3. Who you think? We don't got time. I'll just tell you.
No. Wait, what is it?
So for the number 1 overall pick, the odds.
The odds.
Who do you think is the best odds for number 1 overall?
Jalen Carter.
Nope.
Will Anderson.
Nope.
Bryce Young.
Yeah. Who do you think is the second best odds?
Jalen Carter.
Nope.
Will Anderson.
Nope.
Bryce Young. Will Levis.
No.
What?
C.J. Stroud plus 300.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I agree with it. That's why when he was sitting there at 6, you got to take that. Also, here's my real
got
dad.
The third best odds.
Shout out Big. Shout out to Joey. I love you guys. I love arguing with sports. I hope no one takes anything maliciously. It's what we do with sports.
I mean, he called Gentry a bitch that one time, and then he quit.
But that wasn't over sports. That's because I told him to keep the thing running and he could turn it off. Just like I said, don't read Joey's comment.
Yeah, but I did anyways.
Bitch.
You're a bitch.
You're a bitch.
You're a bitch.
You're a bitch, bitch.
Bitch.
Bitchin' ass bitch.
You a little bitch.
You a fucking bitch ass bitch.
You a bitchin' ass bitch. Little bitch.
It's like the end of the Outcast song, Roses.
You just
That's
bitch.
what I was thinking of, too.
bitch.
You a smelly ass little bitch.
Stinky old bitch.
I already said
Big old
smelly.
bitch.
Smelly's worse than bitch.
Little dick ass bitch.
Bald ass bitch. I mean, a gym ass bitch. Get your ass whooped by Bruce Lee ass bitch.
Spenny sent me a screenshot where he was at the gym and he was at the fucking taco place ass bitch. That ass. Spenny.
That's when I turned my location on.
Yeah. And then Spenny's location, he said, I'm at the gym.
I was leaving the gym. I was getting a Gatorade from that gas station.
Had
First of all,
this
that
taco
gas station-
joint.
Have you been to that gas station?
I'm sure it's super expensive.
No.
No?
I
What gas
didn't
station?
get tacos.
What? No. I didn't say you got tacos
Oh,
from
I
the
thought
gas
you were
station.
saying the tacos were expensive.
Oh.
That gas station over there, though, it's like
Didn't get tacos.
It looks small, but they got shit ton of liquor, dude. It's crazy.
Which one?
Like right if you turn right on the Kroger Street and drive like a mile. It's a nice ass gas station. And you a bitch. But that'll do it for us today. We appreciate you all tapping in to the Woodward Sports Network. Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. For the man to my left, the one and only Speakeasy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Raxter. Big game for the Pistons and the Red Wings tonight. Red Wings versus the Rangers. Pistons, I don't even know who they're playing. But James Wiseman, they're playing the Magic. But James Wiseman is going to be playing, so I'm going to check that out. Make sure you all tune in tomorrow. Same time, same place. See you then. Peace.